Hello, Rod from Fleet News Group again. Today I have here the Hyundai Kona Hybrid. What's it like to drive? What's the space and interior like? The engine performance, fuel economy? All those things today we'll be having a look at. Plus, is it a good vehicle for fleets? And remember, if you like these videos, don't forget to hit that like button down there, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can be kept up to date with everything we're doing here at the Fleet News Group. Go on, smash away at that like button. You know you want to. What about the styling of this Hyundai Kona? It's sort of a development, I think, of the previous model. The biggest and most notable change on the front here is the big daytime running light horizontally across the entire car. It's kind of like one of the Cyclones from Battlestar Galactica. But Hyundai's got a history of having, in my opinion, space age oriented looking cars. Just take a look at this one up here, Ioniq 5. Looks like the DeLorean from Back to the Future. But that being the case, it's different. Certainly stands out in the crowd. Doesn't look pretty much like anything else on the road. And it grows on you. I quite like it. It's different. Especially at night when you see it all lit up. It is quite nice. This colour allows to highlight. They've got a bit of black bumper treatment here and a grey valance panel down the bottom there. It also works. The headlights are held in the sides here, along with the indicator package, and there's multiple tiers of those there as well. And it just, I don't know, for a futuristic looking car, which I believe that's what Hyundai's after, I think they've hit the nail on the head. Looks pretty futuristic to me. And from the rear, the stylish design theme of the car just continues. You've still got the dominant horizontal, this time, taillight assembly there. It's not actually the brake lights there on either side, and the high mount stop light as well. But like the front dominates your view, the big horizontal line across the back here. It's not a bad colour. This contrasts the greyish bumper bar there, and you've got some silvery accents down below and above on the wing spoiler thing, which really isn't one. It looks very nice. Very futuristic, and that's obviously what Hyundai's going after. You see this theme in some of the different models, and Kona has now joined them as well. Do I like it? I wasn't too fussed to start with, but the more I see it, I like the idea of the big horizontal line, and especially the one on the front. I like that. This reminds me of Star movies of the past with cyclones and eyes moving backwards and forwards. Maybe they could bring out a black version. Never red at the front. No, that's illegal. Anyway, it is a very stylish looking car, very modern, very futuristic looking. Well, what's under the bonnet? Let's take a look. Oh, gas struts. Just gotta love gas struts. Is there anything they can't do? Just saying. Very good. Forgive the notes, but there's a few numbers to go through here, so we'll run you through. It's a hybrid, so there's actually two motors underneath there. Number one is the petrol motor. 4-cylinder, 1.6 litre, 16 valve double overhead cam engine. Runs on E10. That pumps out 77 kilowatts of power and 144 newton meters of torque. The second motor, the electric motor, puts out 32 kilowatts of power and 170 newton meters of torque. Combined, total package here, 104 kilowatts power, 265 newton meters of torque. That's not bad. It goes along quite nicely. It's quite responsive. The petrol kicks in as it needs to, and and out as it doesn't. It also is very quiet and smooth when just driving on the electric motor. But when you put your foot down, it's got that punch that's going to get out there and do the business for you. Formula One-esque? No. But it's a small SUV. It's got everything it needs to do the job at hand for you. All that power runs through a 6-speed DCT transmission, and the fuel economy that Hyundai lists for this vehicle is listed at 3.9 litres per 100 k's on the combined cycle. I've only got this vehicle the other day, so I'm letting it run a little bit further before I actually see what the actual fuel economy that I register on this car is, and I'll put that down there for you right now. It's a very tractable motor. I quite like driving it. As I said, it'll do the business for you when you need it to, and it's a good all-round package. What about CO2 emissions? Well, Hyundai lists for this vehicle CO2 emissions at 89 grams per kilometre. How does that look over a year, say 12 months, 20,000 k's? In that time frame, you could expect this car to emit 1.78 tonnes of CO2 into the atmosphere. Pretty good. The hybrid obviously helps massively in that regard, and it's something that fleets will pay a lot of attention to, what its emission is as well as its fuel economy. Makes it a pretty good choice if you're looking for a small SUV vehicle for your fleet. That also said, basically compare it to its sister, the normal 2-litre naturally aspirated engine. Its fuel economy, remember I said this one's listed at 3.9, its fuel economy on the 2-litre motor is 6.6 litres per 100 k's. So there is a difference there to pay attention to, but as we'll see later in the video, there's also a price difference as well. All up, it's a good unit. In the driver's seat of the Kona Premium Hybrid, very nice and comfortable driving position here. Because you've got the reach rate adjustable steering, of course, power seat controls for the driver and the front seat passenger. They're both located on the outboard sides. Leather wrapped steering wheel, as you expect in the Premium, and leather type seats as well. The front seat passenger and the driver's seat are both heated and ventilated. The switches for them are just located in this little panel down here, and so you can either heat them or cool them. And I think it is just very nice view out the front. Good clear view, easy to adjust the mirrors with the controls down here on the armrest. All the stereo controls and phone controls are on this side of the steering wheel, and the cruise control stuff on this side. Big infotainment screen there, it's a touch screen, and then the instrument cluster is digital as well. It looks like one screen, it's actually two, with the steering wheel from my line of sight here looking like it actually divides the two and makes it two separate screens, which are in fact two separate screens, but it is really good. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all the functions as I said on the touch screen here, wirelessly for both. There's a wireless charging mat down there, as well as the fan controls and the temperature controls are all on this panel here on the dashboard, and mechanically adjustable, so you can keep your eye on the steering wheel, feeling around for how you're changing things rather than looking at something and stab and not keeping your eyes on the road. Some more switches up here, nice polished metal finish contrasting the grey and plasticky thing up with the dashboard there. Looks very nice. Dashboard's a bit hard, of course you expect that. Not as bad, a little bit better there, and a bit of soft touch surfaces around as well. I think it's a very nice car to drive. Can you live with it every day? Yes, you can. But you always need to take your coffee with you. So a good old coffee cup tester's back. Whack her on in there. But then we put it here. Oh, I fall over. It's a fail. No. Just push a little button here, and it creates a cup holder to put your cup in. Sits nice and comfortably there. You can just reach down, grab it, have a sip, put it back down. All very good whilst keeping your eyes on the road. Storage compartments. Well, this one's actually a storage compartment too, so you can fold these up out of the way. More room there, nice bit of room there. Little small one up here with a knick-knack tray to put some stuff in there. And when you put your coffee cup down, locks it in again. That's really cool. I think it's a very nice place here in the Hyundai Kona Premium Hybrid. Well, in the rear seat of the Kona Premium now, it's quite nice back here. I like it. I'm sitting here quite comfortably. Got a fair bit of headroom, good knee room to the seat in front, which is in my usual driving position. The toe room under the seat is fantastic. I've got a lot of room to move around, so I think I could sit here quite comfortably on long trips, short trips, whichever. It'd be quite good. The outboard seats in the rear here are actually heated. There's a little button on the armrest there to do that. Power operated windows as well, and I just think it's very nice back here. If it's getting too hot, there's some nice vents down here for the AC to blow through, as well as a pair of USB-C ports. Cup holders in the armrest, and then if the armrest is in the way, it's not anymore, just fold her up out of the way. It's very nice here and comfortable in the rear seat of a Kona Premium. Well, what's in the boot? Let's have a look. Being the premium model, it's got a power tailgate, of course. All very good. And the boot space here is 407 litres. When you fold the rear seats down, that jumps up to 1241 litres. There's a picture of that up there. Underneath in the boot, we actually have a temporary spare tyre. Far superior would be a full-size spare, but hey, that's a lot better than the glue kit and that to get you around. Or worse still, nothing at all. But spare tyre there, temporary spare, get you where you need to go should you suffer the indignity of a flat tyre. There's a few little shopping bag hooks in the back, no 12-volt outlet though. A few little tie-down points, but certainly practical, get you done what you need to get done. Is it a good vehicle for fleets? What's the fleet manager going to say? I think it actually will be received quite well. I think it's a good option for a fleet looking for a small SUV, maybe metropolitan work, bit of country work, regionally based, doesn't have to carry too much load. Think of maybe a council inspector or pharmaceutical rep, someone of that nature, just running around making sales calls or inspections at different locations. Don't need to carry a lot of gear. It could be a good light vehicle option for those kind of pursuits. Also, if you're looking at a novated lease, it's going to be right in the market for that as well. This particular model is the Hyundai Kona Premium Hybrid version, as we know, but it's got a few extra creature comforts and the like in there with the leather seats and stuff like that, which the fleet's probably not going to go for. But what would fleets look at this particular vehicle? Would they look at the hybrid model or at the petrol variant? There is about a $4,000 difference on the price tag of this one, the Hyundai Kona Premium, between the petrol variant with the 2-litre motor and this one with a 1.6-litre and electric motor as a hybrid. I tend to think the fleets, purely from an emissions standpoint and the better fuel economy, would actually go for the hybrid. Spend the extra coin up front to get that benefits over the life of the car. Plus, the resale value on the hybrid probably will be a little bit higher than the petrol variant in the future. But looking at all things to do with leasing, whether you're looking for a novated lease or whether the fleet manager is looking at an operating lease, whichever they need, what you need to do is go to our website, fleetnewsgroup.com.au, and pick yourself up a free copy of our car leasing guide. Covers all aspects of leasing and good starting point for you to consider what type of vehicle and what you should be looking for in a novated or operating lease of whichever car you choose. fleetnewsgroup.com.au, free car leasing guide. Take a look. What's it like driving the Hyundai Kona Hybrid? It's pretty good actually. It's quiet, it's comfortable. Very quiet at the moment because we're stopped, the motor's off. It cuts in and out being a hybrid naturally as it needs to. So we're just running purely in EV mode at the moment, but pretty much it'll start the motor when I touch the gas to move off from the lights here. It's good, comfortable place to be. Huge display screen there with the touch screen over here for the infotainment and the digital instrument panel as well. There's photos of those up here for you. Leather everything inside because this is the premium model. That's very nice. Here we go. Nice and quietly we move away, and there's the motor kicking in instantly. That's good. Comfortable, quiet. The motor gets up and goes. The dual motors perform well with the hybrid, gives it a nice little boost when you need it, and we'll see that when we get up to the 100 zone shortly. But just looking around the whole cabin here, I've got a good comfortable seating position, nice heated and ventilated seats in the front here for the driver and front seat passenger. It's also good view out the front, got good mirror views, there's nothing getting in your way. It's nice and comfortable to be driving along here. A lot of driver assistance features in this car. It's got lane following assist, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring of course, rear cross traffic alert, adaptive cruise control, automatic headlights and high beam. It's got all that happening, plus driver attention warning, traffic sign recognition, which I'll come back to in a sec, and the TPMS system. There it goes, the traffic sign recognition system. It incessantly goes off at you. 1k an hour over the speed limit and it's beeping at you. You can turn it off in the settings, but every time you restart the car, it's back again. It is a safety feature on the car and try and keep everyone safe on the roads. Worrying thing about the car, this particular model Kona, there it is again, 61 again, this particular model Kona, ANCAP has only given a 4-star safety rating. That's a concern, especially in the fleet space. Without the 5-star rating, it's potentially not seen as good. It is good, it is a safe car, but ANCAP gave that rating, that's what it is. So please be aware of that. Heading up to the 100 zone now, and we'll put the foot down in a second, away we go. Here we go, we're just hitting the 100 now. Foot down, and she fires up and goes away. And there's the 100 now. Enough power to get you around. That was in eco mode. There is a sport mode as well, but in the eco mode it got up and accelerated quite well there, from 60 up to 100k an hour. It's enough power to get you around caravan or truck out in the highway. I'm just passing a big truck at the moment, not that you can see that, but you can probably see them going in and out of shadow there. And I'm doing 101, so better cut that back down. It's a good car to drive, I like it. Enough power for country trips, very light and nimble around town. When I look at it on here, the transmission selector, I was driving a Santa Fe before and I didn't overly like it, but in this car it's sort of come to the fore. It's just, you know, click it this way for drive and click it that way for reverse, half harder click to get into neutral and then push the button for park, and that's it. But tight spaces, trying to turn the car around quickly and things like that, it really comes into its own. This little, you know, backwards away we go, go forwards. Really simple and easy doing those tight turns, 3-pointers, etc. to get around. And yeah, the more I've got used to it, the more I seem to like it. So that's a positive thing as well. Could you live with this car every day? Absolutely, it's built for that. It's an everyday chariot to go around and do all your runs, whether you're doing the school run, commuting to work, going to the shops, running down the coast for a Sunday lunch, interstate haul. It's going to do everything for you. And being a hybrid, you don't have the range anxiety that you do with a full battery EV. If it runs out of electrical power, it runs on the motor, and that charges the car too. You just get in and go like any ordinary car. But the fuel saving benefits of having the electric battery are there to be seen. Hyundai lists the combined fuel economy on this car at 3.9 litres per 100 k's. The best I've seen so far is 5.9, but I have been primarily in urban areas and not too much highway running or country trips in this car at this time. So I fully expect you could get down to those numbers, especially when you add in a bit of highway, long distance running, cruising along at higher speeds. You will see that fuel economy. But as a good car for both individuals, families, whoever, and also for fleets, I think it's going to tick a lot of boxes and really should be on your consideration list, on the short list there, for consideration if you're looking for a small SUV. That's what this is, and it does exactly what you want it to do every day. Well, what's the ownership experience going to be like with this car? What's the warranty, service intervals, and roadside assistance packages that Hyundai offers? Starting with warranty, this car is covered by Hyundai's 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty, as are all Hyundai passenger vehicles. Because it's a hybrid, Hyundai warrants the hybrid battery for 8 years or 160,000 Ks. So that's pretty good. Good peace of mind motoring into the future. Servicing. Pretty standard on this one, pretty much the same as everything else these days. Service intervals are set at 12 months or 15,000 kilometres, whichever occurs first. Very important to note that. If you do a lot of high Ks, you're going to be servicing on the mileage. If you don't do so much, you're doing it at least annually. Hyundai also offers service packages. Speak to your dealer about that one as well. And lastly, roadside assistance. Hyundai offers 12 months free, 24-hour, 7-day-a-week roadside assistance for this vehicle. If you have the vehicle serviced at a Hyundai dealership, they will renew that every year, and basically for the life of the car. So free roadside assistance if you're having it serviced at Hyundai. That's good peace of mind and motoring into the future. Well, as they say, tell them the price, son. Hyundai Kona Premium Hybrid. That's what we're looking at here right now. But it does come in all model grades, the Kona, the Premium, and even the M-Line option, with different engine packages and also obviously different trim levels. This is the Kona Premium in a hybrid engine. So let's start with the pricing with that. For this vehicle you see right here, 47,864 drive away as advised by Hyundai. Even though it's a premium, leather seats are an option, and that's an extra $295. There's no other options in this car, so 48,174 drive away. But how does that compare to its sister, the same car even, with just the 2-litre petrol motor? Well, the price drops down to 43,734 drive away. Let's add in the leather seats again at $295, and takes to a tick over 44 grand at $44,038 drive away here in New South Wales. So you're looking around about $4,000 cheaper than the hybrid version. What about the full electric? It is substantially dearer. Again, the Kona Premium, but this time is the full EV. Starting price drive away $73,776. Add in the leather again at $295, takes it to $74,086. That's $26,000 dearer than what you see here right now. And to be honest, out of the two, electric cars are good and wonderful, have their place, but travelling around, I think this one, the hybrid, is probably better fit for purpose in many respects for how most people will use the car. Good saving benefits with a hybrid motor and the fuel economy versus the petrol, but it's a lot cheaper than what the full EV is in the same car. So you're looking for a small size SUV. Hey, that's why you're watching the video, and you're thinking about the Hyundai Kona. Very good choice, it's a great car. But what other makes are out there that you consider a competitor to this one in the race for your coin? Just got some numbers to run you through some of the prices of some competitor vehicles. But before we jump to them, hey, it's got some competitors in its own make, just with the different engine combinations. As I said before on the pricing, this particular car here, the hybrid, 48,174 drive away. The petrol versions, 44,038 drive away. About $4,000 cheaper. The electric version, if you want to get a full battery EV over the petrol, is about $30,000 more and about $26,000 more than this one. It's $74,086 drive away. So even within its own space, there's competitors to this car right now. But what about the other brands? Well, there's two that are substantially cheaper than this car, but they're not offered in hybrids. The first is the Kia Seltos. No hybrid available, just a petrol motor, $32,625 drive away. So that's around about $16,000 cheaper than this car. The other would be the MG ZS Essence, $36,990 drive away for that one, but again, it's not a hybrid. Since filming this segment, MG has brought a new player to market, the ZS Hybrid. It's available in the Excite version from $32,990 drive away and the Essence version from $36,990 drive away. Nissan has the Qashqai. It does offer a hybrid, but it's only available in the TI model, the top of the line. And that variant starts at $57,345 drive away. So it's around about best part of 10 grand dearer than this car. Lastly, probably the most price equivalent one to this particular one is the Subaru Crosstrek. $45,490 drive away. That could be an option for you as well. If you're looking for a small SUV, the Hyundai Kona should certainly be on your list. It's quiet, it's comfortable, it does everything you need to do. It's very comfortable to drive, it's got the get up and go you need, and especially in the hybrid version here, it's got really good fuel economy as well. Low CO2 emissions, which is a good thing if you're a fleet manager looking to put one of these on your vehicle fleet. But for an everyday run around, country trips, it's going to do everything you want it to do. As for looks, it's a bit out there, I'll give you that. It does look out there, but I like that. It looks different. There's not another car in this class that looks like this one. To that end, you're never going to lose it in the car park, are you? I like it. I think it's good. If you like these videos, don't forget to hit the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can be kept up to date with everything we're doing here at the Fleet News Group. Leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you think about the Kona. Is it a good car? Does it suit you? Or maybe not. Let us know. Let's conclude today's video by saying thank you very much for watching. I'm Rod from Fleet News Group, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, enjoy your day. Bye.